Hello everybody, welcome to my programming channel Ghost Coding. I'm Ghost, and I'm going to be teaching you a variety of different programming languages because I love programming and I want to help you achieve your goals for free. So, before we get started, I want to tell you that I'm going to be uploading and I'm going to keep making a playlist of each programming language I teach so you can access it lesson by lesson and language by language. So today, we're starting off with my favorite programming language, Python. Now, I'm sure you've heard a lot about Python programming. Python is a high-level, easy-to-learn programming language used to write computer programs. It focuses on simplicity, readability, and fast development. You can look at C++, you can look at JavaScript, and then you can look at Python. And if you compare those three, the syntax, meaning the code that you write, is much simpler and smaller and easier to read in Python compared to the other two. Now, you might be thinking, what are some uses for Python programming? And I'll tell you. Python is currently being used in web development, data science and machine learning, AI and automation, cybersecurity tools, desktop applications, games, and many more. So Python is kind of essential. But don't you worry, because I'm going to be teaching you how to download Python, how to download a programming environment, and how to get started on your programming journey. So first, what you want to do is you want to go to your browser, right? You want to look up download Python. And the first link you see, python.org, you're going to click that, and you're going to download the latest version of Python right here. Alright, once it's downloaded, what you want to do is you want to go to your downloads where it's downloaded, you want to double click on it, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to see install Python 3.14. This is the latest version of Python. You want to click install now, and yep. And then you want to wait for it to install. Alright, looks like it's done. Setup was successful. You want to just close that. Now Python is successfully installed in your computer. But to access that, you need a code editor. A code editor is basically a software you use to write a piece of code. So most commonly used is this one, Visual Studio Code. Now I already have it, but I'm going to show you how to download it. You go back on Chrome, right? Wait. Sorry, wrong account. So you go back on Chrome, and you search up download Visual Studio Code. You go on the first link again, and whichever computer you have, either a Mac, Windows, Linux, you click on that one. And as soon as you do, it'll start downloading. Now I already have that installed, so I'm not going to install it. Okay. Once that's done, you want to open VS Code. It's going to look something like this. Now, I know it looks confusing, but don't worry. Now, what you want to do here is you want to go in Open Folder. Wherever you want to make a folder, right? You go there, you make a new folder, call it Program. Then you select that folder, and now all the code you're going to write is going to show up in that folder. Now this is your code editor. Now once you get to this point, we're going to be learning about these three things: the print command, data types, and variables. Now, the print command is the very first line of code you're gonna print and you're gonna run in Python. So to do that, what you're gonna do is write print parentheses quotations, and you're gonna say hello world. Now, and this is your first line of code. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up to this arrow and run the Python file, and it's going to give you an output in the terminal. The terminal is a place where all your code's outputs are going to show up. So if I want to take this line and just paste it 5 times, right? And I run it again, it's going to print that 5 times. So try it out, and then after you do, let's move on to data types. Once you've done that, we're going to move on to data types. Now, a data type is a category that tells a programming language what kind of data is being stored and what operations can be performed with it. A data type basically defines the type of value a variable can hold, such as a number, text, true, false, etc. Right? So, basically, the programming language itself only understands a specific form of data. Now, one form of data is string, like, hello, my name is Ghost. Now this is a string, and the way you can tell is because it's being written within the quotations. Every string you write in Python is going to be in quotations. So this you will call a string. The second data type is integer. Now an integer is basically any number you can write, any whole number, going from -5, going from -40 to 0 to 60. And now the way you can tell that it's an integer is because you can write it without using quotations. So if I run this, you can see that this line, the string, is being printed, and also the number is being printed, even though it's not in quotations. That's because this is an integer. Another data type is float, which is similar to an integer, but it takes decimal values. So if you want to write 4.5, that's going to be considered a float value. So try this out, run it on your own, take a minute or two, play along with it, and then come back. Alright, now that you've done that, I'm going to teach you a quick little trick on how to basically write multiple data types in one print command. So what you're going to do is you're going to write print, right? Let's say I'm going to introduce myself to someone. I'll go, hey, I am Ghost. I am, and then I'm going to step out of the quotation, put a comma there, and then write my age, for example, 20. Then I'll put back the quotations and say years old. And if we run this line, it should say, hey, I'm Ghost and I'm 20 years old. Now, you might be asking, hey, can't I just write that in the string? And yes, you can. Hey, I am Ghost. I am 20 years old. And this line would run just the same. But the difference is that now this 20 is considered a string, not an integer. But here, as it's separated from the string, this 20 is now an integer. So Try that one out. Play around with it. Add a few numbers in there. And then come back. Alright, now that you're back, let's step on to the last topic for today's lesson, which is going to be variables. Now, a variable is like an empty basket. You can put whatever you want inside it, and whenever you're going to call it by the name of the variable. Now, variables work like so. You can declare a variable by whatever name you want. I'm going to say color equals red. Now, this string that says red is being stored inside the color variable. And if now I want to say print the color, I'm going to go print color and then run. And the output should be red. Because now color equals to red. Every time I use color, it's going to show up as red. Now, if you want, you can also store a number in here, say 50. And if I print the number, the output's going to be 50. So basically, you can store anything you want, any data type, inside a variable, and then by calling the variable, you're calling the data within it. So try that one out, and then at the very end, I have a little task for you. What we learned today is the print command, the simplest and most basic command in Python, which prints out whatever you put inside it in the terminal. We learned data types, some of them, not all of them, some of them, including string, which are typed within the quotations, an integer, which is any whole number, and a float, which is any decimal number. We learned how to combine them and then print them together by using commas to separate the data types, string and integer. And we learned how to make a variable and print a variable. Now, what I want you to do is create a variable with your name in it. Mine is Ghost. Your age. Your height. 73.33. And your gender. Wait. And your gender. And I want you to print it out. Now, try it out first, but if you're getting stuck on it, come back because I'm going to show you just how to do it. If you did it, good job. If you're getting stuck on it, don't worry about it. I'll tell you how to do it. So what you want to do is you want to go in your parentheses and type my name is, comma, name. Then you want to put the strings again. I am, and comma again. Now you want to call the age variable, and then another comma, years old. I am. Now you're going to call the height variable. In tall. And I am. And then you want to end it with the gender. Now, make sure the spacing is correct, because the spacing is going to make sure how the spaces in between your sentences are aligned. And if you run this, you should see, oh, I missed a few spaces, but you should see the full sentence. My name is Ghost. I'm 20 years old. I am 173.2 inches tall, and I am male. I hope you understood everything. If you didn't, comment down below what you didn't understand. If you did, let me know how you did on all the questions. Let me know how you did on the test. And make sure to subscribe. And I'm going to be making lesson by lesson videos. So you don't want to miss them if you want to succeed. But until next time, I'm Ghost, and goodbye.